Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are
KK Crochet.
Welcome back. And today we've moved over to day 2 because this is day 2 of our Christmas Advent, where we talk about kindness things for your Advent instead of opening things. We decided that we both have a lot of stuff already, and just because right now we're trying not to spend a lot, we thought we wouldn't do an Advent calendar. We would just do a kindness Advent for you, things that you could do that were kind. And that goes with what we're talking about anyway. So we'll get back to that in a minute, but we moved on to day 2. But we wanted to talk about something too. We had posted a video that talked about things that we've never made but would like to make. And we had a lot of response about one particular item. And that's not saying that we're going to make all of those items this year. It's just me thinking out loud and Kristen thinking about the things we'd like to make. So we're going to see what happens. But we posted about making a hexi-cardi that we both wanted to make one. And all of you all jumped on board. Well, not all, but a majority of you jumped on board and said that you'd like to make one. And so we said, well, how about we make one together? And many of you responded well to that. So this video is about that. We're not saying, what we're doing yet. We're just saying that we're going to do a crochet along for next year. It is not going to be me doing a tutorial. I have learned that I'm not a teacher, not when it comes to crochet. Other things, yes. Math, yep. Early Head Start, early education, yep, I got you. But when it comes to crochet, I'm not a teacher. So it's just something we're going to do together. And I'm not going to be showing you like how to crochet it or anything. It's just us picking a pattern, picking out our yarn, and deciding to go through it slowly together. And I say slowly because I like to move quickly through projects. So much so that I end up hurting myself in the long run. So here's what we're going to do. I'm holding myself to the fact that we're going to do it slowly. And that it's just going to be one of those projects that is a easy sit back and crochet it when you can kind of thing. And we're just going to step through it slowly together. So I say that to say, oh, I dropped my phone, sorry. If you have a favorite crochet pattern for a hexi-cardi, you can drop it down below. I know you can't drop links, but you can tell me who made it. Or which pattern that you followed. Now we want easy because we've never made one, so nothing really fancy. We just want super easy, and we want you to make one with us. So be thinking about it, what colorway you might want. What do you think? You think that what color you might want? I can't talk words.
Either like a neutral or like a green blue.
That's funny because the colorway that I used for the ocean blanket that I made is called Stonewash Teal. And I was just thinking, I really would love to have one that color. I had one something similar to that was a cardigan before, or sweater. I just called it a sweater, but like an open button-up sweater, and I loved it. But the problem with that is the colorway Stonewash Teal is discontinued, I believe. Because I got that at Hobby Lobby. And I got 2 skeins, and I've used all but half a skein. And that's not going to make a hexi-cardi, not for me. So, not for anybody. So, I'll be thinking about it. I love that. I love the feel of that yarn. So, I may have to look and see if they have a stonewashed in another colorway that is similar. Or, I'm not a bright color type of person when I wear clothes. I am a bright type of color person for amigurumi and things like that. But I just don't wear a lot of brights. I just realized that about myself. I love neons and I love the 80s, but I don't wear bright colors.
That's why I said neutral, because like I'll wear like bright colored t-shirts and that kind of thing, but like long sleeve stuff, if I'm going to wear it, it needs to be like a neutral brown, gray, black, something like that.
I like browns, grays, not a whole lot of browns. I like grays and blacks, like a lot of black. I did not choose this shirt. This was chosen by a friend of mine, but I really, really love this green. I think I need to put more of this green in my life. It makes me happy. Neutral colors like this, kind of like muted colors, I like to wear, but I love bright colors and everything else. Pens, like you write with, any kind of thing like that I'm using, notebooks, things like that. I like bright colors, but isn't that weird? I think that's odd about me. Do you not think that's odd?
Not really.
I love the 80s colors, but even back then, I don't remember wearing a lot. Well, was going to say I don't remember wearing a lot of bright neons, but I think I did. I know I had, the shoes that were brightly colored, and yeah, maybe so. The shoes, like Kristen found a pair of Hey Dudes lately online that had lots of colors on them that look like the 80s stuff. And I said, I had a pair of shoes just like that growing up. They had the swatches of color across them. Like the toe might be blue and the heel might be red or yellow. And there might be a green, neon green on the other side or neon pinks. It's just, I remember having a pair of those. They came from the cheap dollar store here. And not dollar store, but and my mom had paid $15 or $20 for them, I think, and she threw a fit because I went to school and we were in art class and I got paint on them, and she didn't throw a fit at me, but at the art teacher because he had said it was washable and it would not come out. It ruined my shoes, and I understand now why she threw a fit. We were poor and we didn't have a whole lot of money, and my shoes were ruined, so I get it. But it's funny now to look back on it. But anyway, so be thinking about your hexie-cardi. Do you want to make one? Don't make one if you don't want to. This is just something I've always wanted to do, just to try it. Everybody says it's easy. To me, it looks difficult. I just want to try it and debunk the theory that it's hard. And think about the yarn that you want, and then decide if you want to make one with us. I don't know that it'll start right in January. I think in January is when we will come back together and say, okay, did you decide what you want to do? Have you gotten your yarn? And then give you a date by the time that we will begin our hexie-cardi together. And it's just going to be something that we do together for fun. We'll call it a hexie-cardi party. How about that? Mm-hmm. Hashtag hexie-cardi party. And we'll just come together and talk about each week or each month what we've done and work on it and see. Now, I may get into it and go, oh, this is easy, and we're going to take it slow. We're going to work through it together and see what we come up with, and you all can share what you make, and it'll just be a fun gift to ourselves, or if you want to make it for somebody else this year. There won't be a whole big blanket party next year. Now, there will be some blankets. You all know I'm not going to stop making them now that I have found out that I can make them, and it's not a big deal, to make a bunch. I made 10 this year, so I can do it. But the map or the avenue I take to do that's going to be different next year. I won't stop doing C to C. It's my favorite. But the reasoning for them will be different. They won't be for family and friends next year. I don't think. I may come up with somebody else. I know of at least one. But I know I have one in mind that I really want to start, but I'm going to wait. That is for donation for next year, and I've already found it because I know it's due in October, and it will take me a while to complete it, and I'm going to take my time with it. So, yeah, right. I'm going to take my time with it, yep. Kristen may have to play that back a few times for me. Mm-hmm. But I want to take my time and do it right. So we're going to be working on that. So just a little update on that video that talked about the things that we've never made that we'd like to make. And maybe we'll pull some other things from that video later this year and work on them together. I just think not holding each other accountable, but communicating with each other. It's like having your own little crochet group where you live, right? You can talk about what you're doing, talk about if you have issues, and it's just fun. It's not, don't do it if you feel like you have to do it. Do it because you want to, because it'll be fun to work together and to make something together. I want it to be fun. I don't want it to be rushed and pushed and an obligation. I don't want anybody to feel like that. I just want it to be a fun thing to do together. So figure out your yarn. Think about a pattern, and we'll all have to come back. We don't all have to use the same pattern, I don't guess. As long as we're making one that you're making a hexie-cardi, it really doesn't matter. But it'd be nice if we were working on the same one, so if somebody had an issue. But I hear they're super easy. I kind of doubt it, but whatever. I'm going to get proven wrong, I know, but we'll see. So just kind of think about the patterns that you've seen. I haven't really looked too much, but I'm going to go look and see if I can find one that looks like something I'd like to do, and I'm going to figure out my yarn. And like I said, it might be that in January we're not able to start right off the bat. In January we'll come back together and talk about a pattern or vote on a pattern. And figure out if you've gotten your yarn together and talk about some of the obstacles we might have to face to get through it together and go from there. So let us know down below if you have a pattern that you've tried and done that was easy and you loved it. Nothing fancy, like I said, at least not for me. Mine is going to be something simple because I don't like to try a new pattern and have to also learn a bunch of new stitches along the way when it's such a big pattern. Like small patterns, I'm okay with learning new stitches, and it's kind of how I get my feet wet with a stitch, you know. A small amigurumi or a hat or something, I'm learning new stitches, and then I figure out if I want to do it on a grand scheme. But blankets and a wearable, which I'm not comfortable making wearables anyway, I don't want to learn a new stitch. I want to use something I know that's simple and easy and that I can plow through it. That's just me. Maybe you want to learn a new stitch. Maybe you want to use a fancy stitch and make it super fancy. You do you. And then you can show us pictures and we'll make a slideshow. So Hexicardy Party 2025. That's what we're going to do. So we'll talk to you soon. And, oh, we almost forgot. We got to do Christmas trivia. And we got to do a kindness advent. What's your kindness advent for the day, Kristen? What's a kindness, act of kindness for yourself or for somebody else?
Be kind to yourself today. Go get yourself your favorite coffee or tea or drink, or if you don't want to do that, watch your favorite show and just relax.
Yep, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go out and get it.
Yeah.
Go to your kitchen and get it. Yeah. So, here's your Christmas trivia of the day. Be careful if you kiss under this classic Christmas plant.
Oh,
it's
no.
actually parasitic. Did you know that?
No, I had no idea.
I didn't know that either. Guys, we're learning all kinds of things. I don't believe that. Let me look it up. Hold on. I don't believe it. That's why I'm looking it up. I don't believe it. That's crazy. Maybe I'd... Oh my gosh, it is. That's awful. Wait a minute. Who knew that? That's crazy. Guys, did you know that? Did you know that you're... It just kind of ruined my whole vision of mistletoe.
You just gave the answer.
Well, that's okay. They were going to know anyway. It's okay. Okay. It harms... I'm saddened. I'm very saddened that mistletoe is parasitic. Hold on, I'm going to give you some information. It makes me sad. It's supposed to be the beginning of love. It's a plant that takes water and nutrients from another plant or its host in order to survive. It makes me think of Alien. the movie where they attach. It's so sad. All right. But this says it rarely harms a tree unless there are multiple plants on a single branch. Well, maybe that's not as bad. It's just helping itself, right? It's having the tree help it. We're going to say it's being helpful. Oh my gosh. They penetrate the host plant and get the water and nutrients. They're just sharing. We're going to say they're just sharing. Because I can't handle the fact that a parasite. That's why I was like, oh no, it can't be. A parasite makes me think of ugly things, right? But that's how it lives. It has to get nutrients somewhere. So it's just a helper tree, right? That's what we're going to say. We're not going to ruin Christmas by saying that mistletoe is a parasite. That's so sad. Mistletoe is a hallmark function, right? It has to be in everyone. Anyway, yeah, I didn't know that. But, that's because, we don't hang mistletoe, so... Only place I see mistletoe is in the Hallmark movies. So anyway, that's all we have today. Don't forget to be kind because...
You don't know anybody else's journey.
And please don't think of mistletoe and see a parasite. I'm never going to see it again without seeing an alien on the face, like in the movie. I'm sorry. It will never... I'm totally ruined for mistletoe now. I'm sorry. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.